The war in Ukraine once again spilled close to NATO's border after Russian forces launched a heavy drone and missile attack overnight. The strikes were aimed at Ukraine's southern and eastern regions, but the fighting came so near to Romania that NATO sent fighter jets into the sky as a precaution. The incident shows how quickly the conflict can touch neighboring countries, even if they are not directly involved. Ukraine's military said Russia carried out one of its larger assaults of the month, firing 93 drones and 2 ballistic missiles at towns and infrastructure across the country. Ukrainian air defenses reported they destroyed 62 drones and one of the missiles, but many others got through and struck homes, factories, and energy sites. The damage left fires burning in several cities and injured dozens of civilians. Romania's defense ministry explained that its radar and monitoring systems picked up Russian drones targeting ports on the Danube River. Because of the threat, NATO ordered 2 German Eurofighter Typhoons to take off from a base near the Black Sea. The mission was meant to watch over Romanian skies and ensure no drone entered alliance territory. The jets later returned safely, and officials confirmed there was no violation of Romanian airspace. The Ukrainian port city of Izmail, which lies across the river from Romania, was among the main targets. This port has become critical for Ukraine's grain exports since Russia's navy has blocked or threatened shipping lanes in the Black Sea. Regional leader Oleg Kuiper said warehouses and production facilities were damaged, and at least one person was hurt during the overnight strikes. The human cost was heavier in other regions. In Sumy, authorities reported that 14 people, including children, were injured when drones struck residential areas. Fires spread through damaged neighborhoods, forcing rescue workers to dig survivors from collapsed structures. Videos shared online showed firefighters battling flames through the night. In the east, Donetsk was hit by both drones and artillery. Apartment buildings and shops were destroyed, leaving residents without shelter. Officials said 1 person died and several were wounded. In Poltava, industrial plants were set ablaze, while in Kharkiv, homes and small businesses were reduced to rubble. Emergency crews moved from site to site, struggling to keep up with the scale of destruction. This assault came just 1 day after Ukraine said Russia carried out its largest strike of the month, involving 270 drones and 10 missiles. Analysts believe Moscow is trying to weaken Ukraine's air defenses by forcing them to engage in wave after wave of attacks. Such pressure also places a heavy burden on civilians who face sleepless nights, constant blackouts, and growing fear. NATO's air policing missions in Eastern Europe are not new. Since Russia's full-scale invasion began in 2022, jets from member states such as Germany, Britain, and the United States have been stationed in Romania and Poland to monitor activity. These missions date back to 2014, when Russia seized Crimea, and have only grown larger as the war continues. Their main purpose is to deter, reassure, and prevent Russian aircraft from crossing into NATO skies. Officials in Bucharest stressed that the German jets were used only for observation, not combat. However, incidents in the past have shown the risk of miscalculation. Russian missile debris has already been found in Romania, Poland, and Lithuania. Each time, NATO leaders have had to react carefully to avoid escalation while still protecting their allies. The alliance remains cautious but firm. Any direct attack on NATO territory would trigger collective defense under Article 5. Russia, on the other hand, offered its own version of the events. Its defense ministry claimed it shot down 42 Ukrainian drones across 9 regions of Russia during the same night. Moscow said its air defense units intercepted drones over Voronezh, Tambov, and other areas. These statements could not be independently verified, but they reflect how both sides frame their military operations for domestic and international audiences. The continued strikes near NATO borders have raised concerns among Western governments. Each drone that falls close to Romanian or Polish territory increases the chance of an accident or escalation. Leaders in Europe and the United States fear that one wrong strike could drag NATO into direct confrontation with Russia, something both sides have tried to avoid despite the intensity of the war.